Nerdiverse, we're here. We have arrived on this Friday evening to give you what you need. I'm, of course, Chaos Made Flesh, also known as Mike G. And with me today is the man who single handedly mapped out the Kessel Run, the savior of the
Ah,
galaxy himself. Wash was cracking, bro.
bro, mapping out the Kessel Run was a good time. I can't tell you how many explosions there were.
So
Many,
many, dog. So many, dog.
many things broke. We were in the spaceport for like a week after that.
Man, just rubbing,
Ah,
rubbing, just rubbing Robitussin on your open wounds, dog. Just trying to get it to heal. That
yeah,
space
buddy.
testing, dog. What you know about that space testing?
Yeah, that's what a week brings you, man. You got to get dirty sometimes. You know what I mean?
Hey, man.
Get
Sometimes you just
dirty.
gotta, you gotta get the dirt under your nails. You realize you're alive, dog. You know
Give me a
what?
second as I
What?
send out our link here. Go ahead and
What
fire
did
up.
Kramer say? He was like, "You think these hands have been soaking in ivory liquids, dog? No, man. These are
No,
working man's hands, dog. You know,
absolutely.
these are the
How you
hands of our
doing?
forefathers. I'm cool, man. Friday night. A little trying to get turned, dog. I mean,
Oh, it's that type of Friday night. We're having a
yeah,
Christmas time Friday night.
rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. That's what we doing. But except for eggnog and cookies, bruh, just 211s and guacamole burritos, dog. It's gonna get ugly in here, dog. It's
Two
gonna get
elevens
nasty.
guacamole burritos, bro. I got myself
Yeah.
a all meat trio pizza and a bottle of
Ooh.
red cab and a little bit of a Mace Windu book coming in after the
A little
pod.
bit, a
And
little slice, dog.
oh man, it came in hot today, and I'm just like
Ooh.
banger after banger after banger. I The week exhausted me, but I got to tell you, the last 24 hours have got me fired up for the weekend.
It's
Fired
so
up.
it's so choice. Now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I clicked this to be live everywhere, right? I was like, yeah, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Twitter, and we are live on Twitch. We can view on those, so stop on by. Me and Watch are just gonna chop it up about a little bit of everything, especially Star Wars.
Well, I would like to kind of get some things started and off my chest. I know we usually do what you've been doing this week, but I
Mhm.
finished Fallout. I finally finished the season one, and I got to tell you,
Oh,
overall, like it's good. Like it,
I told you, man.
well,
I told you,
look, I'm
man.
still conflicted. I'm still conflicted because it gets an A. If you're like
Yeah,
product A,
just an A. Yeah, it's solid.
Brian, did you enjoy it? I'm at like a C. I
That's
didn't
not an A
really
then.
like. Wait,
Enjoyment's
no,
like
it
half the
is an
battle,
A.
bro.
No,
You know.
but costume, dialogue, Fallout. Like,
Hey,
did you nail Fallout when the expectation for video game properties into other mediums, such as movies, television, is dirt floor low? Like Halo? Anyone?
that
Halo?
series, man.
Right,
I
right.
I was like, I was waiting for something to happen, and it just never did, dude.
So Fallout gets an A, but I just didn't necessarily enjoy myself. In fact, I don't know if maybe it came in a tick too long, maybe each episode, and the world just started wearing on me a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, but overall, I can't complain. Like damn good series. Go watch it. But for me, I just found myself, damn.
You know what it is? When you say that, it's like it reminds me of the works of Stanley Kubrick, and it's like you ever seen Barry Windsor? Technically
Oh yeah,
yeah, very technically flawless movie, absolutely perfect in every way. Man, that's the personality of a dead moth. It's just the driest movie ever made. You're not having a good time, but you can't front on how perfect it is. You know what I
no,
mean? It's just
no.
shot amazingly. It's
Yes.
just written
Written a
immaculately,
major, yeah, yes.
but you're just not having a good time. So it's like, what do we even? But is it still a classic? I
You know,
guess. You know,
they announced, did part two, season two, just start filming, or did it just wrap?
it just started filming.
It just
Yeah,
started filming. So, like, I guess I'm excited to see season two. I'm not going to go into spoilers here. Was I like, oh shit, well, that's cool? Yes, I was. But at the same time, it's like I kind of know what I'm about to get. And y- I don't know. So, that's my two thoughts on Fallout. You know,
I ain't mad at
uh,
you. How we doing? Since we're just talking about our weeks. Have you touched 76 any more?
I got into 76 for like, dude, 30 minutes. Too much. There's just too
Too
much.
much. Never
So,
too much. Never
um,
too much. Never too much.
I haven't been able to venture much further. What did I do in 76 last time I was in? Oh, I continued on the Overseer's watch. So I went to the high school, picked up that, tried to find some rations and whatnot, because, I'm just trying to find some clean food and water. I want to be
Yeah,
poisoning myself every 35 seconds. So,
bruh. I stay radiated, bro. Like
th-
that game is kind of stingy, isn't it? Like I'm still using level one body armor, dude. Like I
I
can't
am,
find nothing, and I'm always broke. That game is kind of stingy, dog. Like
which
you
is
really,
where
you know.
you gotta craft, you gotta, clear your water, and you know what I mean? You gotta spend some time getting yourself prepared for this world, cause yeah, I don't want to be walking around irradiated all damn day.
This
Because
was
to
the
be frankly honest, Raid Away ain't easy to come across either.
That's the one thing I'm like have tons of
Oh,
is Radaway. Everything
I got
else
like six.
I'm like bone dry, dude. Like, and this is the one game that forces you to use every resource. You have to, like you said, you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to stay. Because normally you just ignore all of that, but this game
That's
makes you do it, and that's kind of
that's
cool.
where the beauty comes in, is it
That's kind of
sinks
cool.
in very well, where normally survival mode feels kind of shoehorned and forced in. It
Yeah,
feels fantastic, and it's like, oh damn, I really do care about giving myself radiation, because the red bar keeps going up.
yeah. And I ran out of cure disease really fast, and I'm just scared of like becoming a cannibal or growing a third eye or some bullshit. Because you get sick any kind of way in this game. Some animal that bites you three times, you got turbo rabies. And now you have to just and it's ticking away at your life bar all the time, or you can only come out at night now. It's like getting bit by a vampire in Skyrim. It's the worst, dude, because
It's
it
the
totally
worst.
changes your entire gameplay experience until you fix it. And it is a bitch and a half to to fix vampirism in that game.
And to that point, since we're going to go with kind of a game focus here,
Yeah, we're talking.
I'm finishing up Starfield, and it just so happens we got some crackling happening right now. Is that you? That me? We a little
I
bit of
don't know.
pop, little pip,
I
pop,
I
crack,
don't know.
crack.
I just
All right,
clicked on schedule to check to
all
make sure people can see us. You know
right,
what I
man.
mean?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was just asking. Just it's
No,
live,
no. Quality check.
Uh,
Quality check. Yeah.
So I get to the end, and I believe on the last mission, I believe we stopped. And I'm just now feeling, because the battles were awesome, like the last couple of battles, like really just really good. And I'm going, damn, this is really good and really fun. And I started like getting like bad prognoses and shit, and it was
Hmm.
actually affecting me. And I was like, man, this was kind of missing the whole game. Like it's
Mm.
there, but you don't feel it like you do when you're in those last stages and it pops up.
Yeah, like the thing about Starfield is that it doesn't the difficulty is all over the place. There's certain for the most part you just overpowered, especially when you start really mid maxing your starborn abilities. And it's like it's not until like the end of the game where you actually start feeling the difficulty. You're kind of not prepared for it, and you're kind of just
No,
getting your ass kicked. You know what I mean?
in in fact, I was in that silly maze place, the giant facility, for 5 hours.
Yeah, sounds about
5
right.
hours.
Sounds about
Look,
right.
it your entire game has not had this in it. This
Mm-mm.
this maze type of in out blah blah blah. no spoilers type of feeling. And now you just turn on this game mechanic in this giant facility, and I'm just walking around blind. Mm, I was
That's not
kind of
fun.
Dude,
That's
I
not
was
fun.
kind of I started to get heated towards the end, and I had to finish it off stream because I was just walking around for 3 streams. Like, oh well, we're just walking around, folks. Don't mind me.
Did you ever play Control?
No,
That's such a
no.
good game. There's a sequence there, and it's a game defining sequence, and it kind of hits you with a freaking mechanic that is out of nowhere, and you have to. It's fun. It's done well, but it's a pain in the butt, dude. You're like, what am I doing now? You know what I mean? It's just like, why is this here? Like
The
I've trained
worst.
against this, but now it's here. Now I have to do this to progress the story. And when games do that, if they don't do it right, it just feels like such a drag. It
Uh,
almost brings the entire experience to a screeching halt.
or doesn't even get you started. I did not finish the last Batman game. I didn't even play the last Batman game simply because of the reviews on the car mechanics
Oh
and
yeah,
how
that was rough.
just like blatantly it was in the game. And I'm like, I don't want to do that for the whole game. And so I never even beat it, never even started it.
Arkham Knight is what it
Arkham
was,
Knight.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I play to beat that game because it's Batman, and I'm contractually obligated to Batman when Batman needs to Batman. And I can tell you firsthand knowledge, the Batmobile's rough. It's not fun, and there's mandatory. You have to engage with this vehicle that is on ice skates, and you have to do these almost like almost like really bad Need for Speed levels where you have to maneuver around a track and there's people shooting at you, so you have a life bar, and it's just really just haphazardly slapped together. You just want to get back to Batmaning, but you can't because this is where we're at. You know what I mean? You can't progress the story until you do that. Um, yeah, man. So I have to ask you before we get
Hmm.
into the title, did you watch any of the Skeleton Crew? I need to pick your brain about this.
Yes, I have watched episode 1 and 2. I have not caught up on this week's. That'll happen on Sunday, which is Star Wars Day when I hit the rotation.
Yeah, man. So is there a third episode out? Because I've only seen
Yeah,
one and two as well.
it drops on Tuesday, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched that either. So we can talk about one and two. What do did I overhype it? What are you thinking?
It was exactly as I expected. Was it overhyped? I mean,
I mean, you can be honest. I mean, I was excited about it because it's this is what I've been screaming about Star Wars for the last 2 years.
you
Like,
know, and
you know,
I've heard that from some of the pundits this last few weeks, and I failed to find what this show's giving me that the Acolyte did not give me. Um,
ooh,
it- it- Shots fired, bang bang, whatever. I'm calling a spade. But we're only
mm,
2 episodes in. But it was the show that I expected to this point, almost word for word. It
mm.
ended on the cliffhanger that I kind of thought it'd end. And I was complaining about something, I want to say last Friday, about Star Wars episodes. Why do we get a 23-minute two like episode 2? It just
Because
cut
these
off like
these episodes are expensive, my man.
44 minutes, 48 minutes the first episode, good. A tad bit too long, if anything. And then see the episode 2 get in, you're like, all right, let's get in there. Oh,
That's a
it's over.
specific Star Wars thing. They do it all the time. Where one episode would be an hour long, one episode would be 30 minutes long, one episode would be 25 minutes long. It's like, can we have some uniformity to
Yes.
this content? You know what I mean?
As a
Like,
consumer, can I know what to expect?
it's annoying because it's like, I've been waiting all week for this episode. Is what you mean it's 25 minutes, dude? That's kind of bogus.
Yeah.
So, but every penny's on the screen with this series. And I kind of,
Yeah, does look
you know what I
pretty.
mean? It is like so many different aliens and different biomes, and you can tell they're really spending money. But it kind of like, okay, do we have the Mandalorian and this puppet walk around, San Jose for a day, and we can make it an hour, or do we blow our load and have a 24-minute monster-a-thon and Mos Eisley 3.0? You know what I mean? It's like pick your poison. It's like can't do both. You
And
can't do both.
like it did look good, like compared to as what I was complaining about. Even even you look at the kids' outfits. You had texted me that
Yeah,
about the visor, right? But it looks good. It doesn't look like it's a visor from like the thrift store, and they were
yeah,
like,
it
"Oh, let's
looks
paint it
legit.
silver." It looks
Yeah.
legit. So, no, it's a beautiful, beautiful freaking um, product that's on screen. I have no complaints about what I've seen. It just is as what I expected it to be, and I expect that it'll probably continue to do so. But I am curious about your questions.
Yeah, my questions about this is that I the what threw me off, I'll put it this way, is the kids' knowledge of things that they shouldn't know about. You know what I mean? Like they're teaching Jedi stuff in schools at a time where the Jedi are all but extinct. You know what I mean? Like Luke is just now, if this is at the same time frame as Mandalorian, he's just now kind of starting the remnants of a school again. And Jedi have all been extinct. So how are these kids like learning about where are we? Has Luke already established his new school? Like
For y-
eh,
it,
and that's a weird. I don't know where to gauge this time frame.
my best guess, and you're referring to the shot in the school when he's looking through the
I was
book
looking at
with
the
the
comic
Jedi.
book. Yeah,
So he's not learning about Jedi in the school, right? It's just the book. And through that, I took the time frame to be um so he so Luke has his school. I'm assuming Luke's school has started
yeah,
probably 3, 4, 5 years into the school, right? There are rumors or whispers of a Jedi in the galaxy. Everyone's heard of Luke Skywalker. This
hmm
is a kid who's because you're looking at what he's facing, like in the book, and
yeah,
none of those images clicked with me with anything that Luke specifically has done. I'm specifically talking about, and a couple of spoilers, but they're small, tiny spoilers about the bear thing, and
yeah,
so it's thus. My take is that we are looking at a kid looking at a Clone Wars type of Jedi who has knows the Jedi died. They were gone.
yeah.
But now we hear literally like Luke, Luke, who, where, what,
Where?
what
That's what
is
I'm
this?
saying.
And so I'm assuming we're about 5 years into his school where the Jedi reputation is around, but it's not everywhere. You know what I mean? All because you got like the newest kombucha drink in California does not mean that that has made its way to Wisconsin or even the knowledge of said thing.
But you know what also throws me for a loop is that they're walking around spending old Republic currency
Hmm.
like it's new, like shiny gold, old Republic,
Yeah.
like the gold and and credits and stuff. So it's like, is this just a land before time? Is this kind of like uh 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 almost like a Fallout like vault that these people are in? Because apparently their planet is some kind of like planet of gold and fortune, and is sought
Yes.
after by everyone in the galaxy. Some mystical planet that people think is fake. You know,
I can only say that when they said the name of the planet, I have only
Aten.
maybe at Aten, yes.
Yeah.
I've heard the name mentioned a couple of times. I could not place at Aten just off the top of my head. But with that assumption, yeah, it's apparently a place that's off the map. You know what I
hmm
mean? So thus leading some credence to the Jedi thing and having some old credits rolling around. I'm assuming his dad is some sort of you know, um
Scientist,
intergalactic
maybe
like spy dude who's
the
like
black dude.
watching. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
his
assuming
father.
that yeah, like I want to call him CIA for the new republic, but he has eyes on what's going on out in the galaxy, whereas people
hmm
can't see him is my guess, but
Yeah,
that's
it's
pure
very interesting.
speculation.
I'm just very interested in like is this a fast forward through the Mandalorian? Like, is this Is this like Mandalorian season 7? You know what I mean? Like, is this a time jump
If
in
we were to
respect to the Mandalorian?
pick up um Grogu, Boba Fett season 2, when Grogu leaves training and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going back to the Mandalorian," but he has all his powers, and then we get to the end of Mandalorian and he has all his powers. I would assume that we are like within a 2 to 3 year gap of that type of time frame. And they have not specified what that is, but us
At
knowing,
all.
Luke Jedi, it's like a 10-year time frame between him, Ben's 13, all of that jazz. So yeah, it's we are 5 to 6 years after
Roughly.
that initial scene
Roughly.
when we see Luke Skywalker building the school, is my assumption.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So
So it's just very curious and aware, and if it ties to anything, you know what I mean? If they even want it to tie to anything. It's just cool. Can we see, can I Babe Ruth point to the stands and say this kid's gonna end up at Luke's Jedi Academy? Our main
uh
character.
I think that
Could that be a possibility?
we are building a new Jedi group
S-
in
Yeah.
pieces that will ultimately end up under probably a Ray or a Grogu at the end of all of this, even though
At
Lord
the end
knows
of
we're
all
probably gonna
things.
Star Wars is gonna be like, nope, we're gonna take them off. He falls off a balcony. Oh shit, we lost one. You know what I mean? So I'm sure
Because
we're gonna lose one. But yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen, or they're doing.
because like you said, we're getting a bit of a tally, right? Like who's around, right? At this time. Cal Kestis is kind of floating around. We don't know where he is. I super count him. The you got all the Ahsoka people. You got Ahsoka, you got Sabine, you got help me out. Um um um
Oh,
Ezra,
more
you
Ezra,
know,
like, yeah,
y-
dude,
you
like, there's
know,
a lot of names. You
that
got
are just
the
floating
Harris
around.
kid. You got
Yeah.
Harris kid
Harris
floating
Kid is super
around.
force sensitive. You know what I mean? It's almost like a
When
little young Avengers that are starting to accumulate, you know?
when you start picking out the names, there's about 12 names right now,
Yeah,
12 to 15 names plus canon that's floating around, and it's like,
yeah.
yeah, they're gonna end up at
All
Ben's.
roads point to Luke, right? And him being the Jedi Grand Master. I mean,
What else
that
are
would
we
make
doing?
sense, right? You know?
Like,
He's gonna be the Jedi Grand Master at some point, right?
they got to learn from somebody. They can't all be like Boken rogue Jedi, like learning on their own, and then,
Learning with
well, we all come
sticks
under.
and twigs, dog. You
Yeah,
know.
dude. Well, Ray, we all ran into Ray incidentally,
Oh, yeah, she's just happy to be around. You know what I mean?
and
She's
Ahsoka. Part of her mission is saving Jedi kids that
yeah.
may have the Force. Like, that's part of her. What in the book and in canon, what she took on as part of her mantle. So
Maybe
we
she's
don't
going
know.
around recruiting kids to Luke's school because she's aware of it, and if that's her deal, we could probably see a Rosario Dawson cameo at the end of this. Hey, you kid, you have potential. I honestly don't think Jude Law is a Jedi. I think he's a charlatan, and he's going to
Yeah.
be super. It's almost a red herring. It's almost like he's a super Jedi. You know what I mean? Like because it's such a red herring that he's BS. You know what I
Uh,
mean? Or he's a
you know,
Sith. Or
I
he's a
can't
dark
go
Jedi.
into like the spoilers that I've seen online because that's just
Yeah,
stupid.
I don't
But
know. I don't
there,
know.
there are there the scuttlebutt is, to your greater point, is, at and does have meaning. There is something it does point to. There were things that happened there. But my feeling, as far as Jude Law goes, he looks like, if you go back and watch Clone Wars, and I texted you this, with the Darth Maul episodes when he meets Ezra, and you can call me old master. By the way, I had
Yeah.
like eight Star Wars quotes today on stream. It was awesome. Um, he
Sweet.
eh,
Sweet.
he kind of looks and acts like him a little bit, and we only got the
Woo.
one line, and it's like, nah, dude, you're kind of shady.
You kind of I'm not picking up what you're putting down, boss. You know what I mean?
But
I'm super not feeling it.
if he is a Jedi, then there's another one.
Then there's another one. And who says he makes it out at the end of the show? Maybe he heroically sacrifices to save the children. We don't know. You know how these things
Yep.
go. Like you said, Star Wars is built to rip your heart out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we may grow to love this charlatan, and he may just die on the sword to let the future live on. You know what I'm saying? Logan style. You know what I'm saying?
It's
James
possible.
Howlett style.
It's possible, man. Like they don't really play. None of us expected to see what's her face go down with the ship.
Oh yeah, that shit. That sick shit
Yeah,
in Last Jedi, where
yeah,
she does like the freaking she goes into warp drive into the other
yeah,
ship. That shit is so fucking
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
That's one
No,
of my
like
favorite scenes in Star Wars
we,
history. Star Wars history. One of my favorite
did
scenes. Like
she? That's what I
it
was doing. I was like,
who does that? That's so real, dog. And it's like it went quiet at
Delco,
the perfect time. She's a real one, dog. Real one,
dude.
bro.
That and the seismic, dude.
You
Awesome.
know. Before we get into the Game Awards, which I want to talk about, uh, are you peeping that show called Secret Level on
Not
um
yet.
I'm talking about, where it's like the
Yes.
10-minute shorts of video games? I
What
haven't
is that
watched it
on?
yet. It's on Amazon Prime, I want to say.
Oh, excellent.
So yeah, so if you got Amazon Video, just watch it, dog. Apparently the Warhammer 2K one is insane. What is it? Warhammer 4K? I don't want to piss off the Warhammer heads. The
Yeah, it is
Warhammer,
Amazon.
yeah, because
Warhammer 40,000.
40,000, yeah,
Yeah,
40K.
yeah, they'll come after you.
Yeah,
Be
they'll fight
careful.
me with blood and weapons, dog. You know.
You asked me one. Have you checked out Creature Commandos?
Yes, ooh, thank you for reminding me. I have thoughts on that
Ooh,
shit.
it is good. I like it.
Ooh,
I
bro,
like it. I
I
like
don't
it.
like it, bro. I don't like it, dude.
What? You don't like
I
it?
don't
Oh,
like it. Let's
I
fight,
like
dog.
it.
I
I
don't like it.
like
You know
it.
what it is? You know what it is? It is okay. What it feels like to me is when you know when Hideki Kamiya, no, not Hideki Kamiya, when the guy who made Metal Gear Solid, Hideo Kojima,
Yeah, yeah,
Hideo
Kojima.
Kojima, when he made Metal Gear Solid, he had some kind of reams that he had to like abide by, like a certain guideline. This is, and it was still crazy, right? But then when you let this man off the rails and he makes Death Stranding, you have no idea what he's talking about.
No.
What this feels like is James Gunn going full gun, dude. It feels like
Yes.
he's going, he's like almost like trauma levels of, OG trauma gun. Like he has no limiters. He's the king of the castle. And it scares me because if this is the future of DCU, it's going to be so unhinged. And so
Unflippin'
I
hinged,
don't know
bro.
what to
The
do. I
exact
mean,
same thing I was thinking.
this is
That's funny.
it reminds me of heavy metal. It's that unhinged, dude. Like there's
But
nudity, there's sex, there's violence, there's music that tells you how to feel. I don't. It's too much, dog. It's a sensory overload, dude.
look, and here, this this is why it's special because I completely was not expecting it. I was not expecting what I got on screen.
Fuck
And
it,
when they're like, "Oh, well, this is the beginning of the DCUO under gun," and I'm like, oh, now
I'm
I'm
scared,
interested.
dude.
Now you have me a tad bit titillated, especially when the old school DC logo came up. I When the old school DC blue logo came up, I knew we were about to get something special, and that just I leads me on into the freaking first, not first family. I'm thinking fucking Superman.
Yep, Superman. That makes me scared for Superman. Well,
I'm
before I get into
stoked.
that, shout outs Toots. She's giving us love and strength, and I think she's calling me Duddits. I can't tell. It's like love, strength, Duddits. That's a super inside joke.
Uh,
Um,
can't read
but
emoji.
no, I can't read emoji, dog. But no, it's just too unhinged, dude. Like it's like Suicide Squad times 10, and it's
In a
like
good way, and it's
in a good
animated,
and it's
which is what
animated.
makes it great. which is what makes it so freaking
It just
great. If it was live action, wouldn't work.
you know what it is? I feel about this the way you felt about Deadpool and Wolverine. It's just too much. Like, you could tone it down a little bit, and I would enjoy
Okay.
it. Like, the
Okay.
scene where you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where my brain is at, bro, so that we are on the same wavelength. It's
Okay. That
just,
makes sense. I get it.
like, the
Okay. You
scene
said that. I
where
get it.
the Frankenstein's bride is having sex with Frankenstein at the same time as fighting Cersei, and they're having sex to the beat. Man. I'm like, it's too much, dog. I can't. My thinly veiled ice cream brain didn't like it. It was too much. You know, it was someone put sugar on my ice cream. It's like this is a little too sweet. You know, just tone it down a little. Maybe I'm old, dog. Could we tone it down? And like
I
the jokes didn't feel like they were landing for me. Like there's a joke where they're like he's having sex with the queen of Latveria wherever they're at, and they're just waiting by the door, and he's going hard in the paint, and like, yeah, give him like 30 seconds, he'll be done. You know what, just give him a minute. And it's like going hard and like, what rating is this, dog? Like, what am I
I don't know.
watching?
I have no
This
idea how this got a DC logo on it.
yeah,
I have
is it
no
yeah,
idea. I
it
was like,
doesn't make sense,
y'all
dude.
just stamp this? You're good to
I just
go, huh?
Gun has the keys to the castle, dog.
Lord knows when we're
And
about to get to Superman.
it's
The laser
almost
bolts.
like fucking it feels like reverse Zack Snyder, where Zack Snyder was all gray and serious and Superman is God and he is to be worshipped. This is like, you know what? I just popped like 3 Xannies, Doug, and we're gonna have a good ass time. You know? It just feels unhinged. I
Oh,
need
the
it to rein in
weasel.
a little bit.
The
Weasel,
weasel's
yeah.
just gross, man.
Yeah,
And
it
that's his
it is
brother. His brother's playing the
his brother
weasel. And I'm
plays
just like,
Weasel, bro. But it
what are
has
y'all
so much
doing with this show?
potential, though. It has so much potential. It
We'll see where it
screams with
goes.
potential.
It's
We'll
not
see where it
X-Men. You
goes.
know what I mean?
It's not X-Men. Can you imagine if they gave Gunn X-Men, what kind of debauchery we would get out of that show, dog? I don't even want to think about it. Like, what is he gonna do to Superman, dude? Like, he's gonna have Superman smashing Lois on the moon, and it's gonna cause like tidal waves on Earth because it's throwing the moon off his axis or something
I
stupid, dog.
certainly don't think we're getting clean Clark Kent. I don't think that's happening at all.
Someone's dropping
I
an F bomb in that movie, dog. It's gonna like the first F bomb in Superman history, dog.
like
Someone's gonna drop an F bomb in Superman in 100
uh
years. Superman's been around. Someone's
maybe
gonna
that's how
drop like,
come he was so much like, we're not really part of the Bat universe. You know what I
nah,
mean?
you
Like
wanna be,
it's
don't serious us out, man. Don't just do our thing. Mike Reeves is a genius, but he don't want to be over here. You remember in Who
nah.
Framed Roger Rabbit, where he's driving down that dark tunnel? Valiant is driving down that dark tunnel. He's about to enter Toontown. You know, God, smile, you're just smile. It's
Right.
that. It's like we're going from Zack Snyder and Matt Reeves serious, something in the way, and as soon as we hit the end of the tunnel, it's like Gunverse. It's just super
That
insane,
shit
bad shit,
crazy.
insane. I'm
Yeah.
terrified for the future of the DCU. I was
It
all
was my
aboard till I saw
surprise of the week. If we had a surprise of the week topic, it
it's
would be it.
it's I am terrified of the DCU now. I was so hyped because and you can almost feel the restraint he had in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's almost like a measuring stick to his entire career. You know what I mean? Like I need to see a film. I need to see what Superman's doing because Guardians is so measured. It's honestly
Yes.
probably like the top 3 Marvel trilogies of all time, in my opinion. It's just so well written and so well done. But he had reins. He wasn't just like, okay, Kojima, make whatever your brain wants, and
Right.
then you get
M-
like this,
Make
you know.
make your crazy post office game,
That's what I'm
okay?
saying, bro. It's giving a kid access to Gordon Ramsay's kitchen, and he makes himself a pepperoni and peanut butter
Uh,
and jelly burger. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old, but maybe I need to maybe I just need to
We'll
let it finish,
we'll
bro.
see
I'm
if it gets
scared, Doug.
we'll see
I'm
if it has a point. I didn't think
so we'll see
Peacemaker
if it
was
has a
gonna
point.
I didn't think Peacemaker was gonna have a point,
Peacemaker
but
was good,
it
dude.
was good, man. It was good. And thus, you know what?
Maybe he just
God,
feels like he's like I can
I
go a
wasn't
little bit more nuts in cartoon form.
animated
Maybe he
allows you to do
feels
so.
all
I
right
don't know
before
how
you get
DC allows you to do so. Dude.
Warner Brothers is trying to stay afloat, man. They're not worried about him. They praying this stuff takes off, man. They just like save us from ourselves,
Oh,
bro.
hi Tootie, by the way. I'm sorry. My bad.
Tootie's
Go ahead.
here, dog.
Oh,
She's in the
sorry.
chat, bro. Peace and love, peace and love. Before we get too long in the tooth, because we only have a hot hour, we got to talk about these game awards, bro. Did you watch them? Did you check them out?
Banger after
The
banger
banger
after
after
banger after
banger, the
banger.
banger after banger.
2025 is coming for your money and your time. No joke.
No joke.
No
You better
joke.
be locked in.
No joke.
Okay. What's your premiere of the night? What's the one thing you saw that you were just like, this is talking to me.
I mean,
This is for Brian.
I
This is for
mean, it
Wash.
it it has to be Witcher. It has
Witcher
to be Witcher.
4. Witcher 4 with Siri, dog. And it's making all the nerds read, dog. I love it.
And I'm not even a big Witcher 3 fan. I'm anxious to
Oh, I
see
put
if they
so many
fix the
hours.
control. Dude, the controls bothered the crap out of me. If they just fix the controls, I'm in. And thus I saw the trailer and I was like, "Oh, well, you know what? This actually looks like this is going to be a something." Which,
Bro,
yeah.
I will say what I said last week just for re-emphasis. Give every CD Project Red and Bethesda game 5 years. This game is going to come out. We're all going to be excited, and it's going to be ass. It's going to run like
Damn
ass.
it,
It's going to
Mike.
break. I'm just being real, man. I'm just
Damn
trying
it,
to save you guys,
Mike.
trying to save you some money. Give it 5 to 6 years. Let them figure it out. Then play the game.
Damn it,
Cyberpunk looks amazing right now. I want to play. As soon as I finish 76, I'm going right to Cyberpunk. It looks great.
I
I
can't
couldn't.
believe you just put a bummer in me like that.
No,
But you're
man.
right.
Patience,
You're not wrong.
patience, dog. You know what? And I'll bummer. I don't want to bummer us out, and I'll just go with my game of the night, and it's got to be. And this is, and I was watching. I was actually, me and Toots were kind of watching this at the same time, and Tony, what's going on, Tony?
I
How
went
you
to
living,
sleep.
sir?
What up, Tony? Yo.
Tony, what's going on, boss? Um, the game that got me was they're making a new Okami, dog. Capcom is bringing back Okami after like 25 years, and
Looked good too.
it's going to be made by Hideki Kamiya, the other dude who made Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, bro. He's back at Capcom, and that the ramifications of that alone are mind blowing, bro. Because he's the dude
I thought
who
of
worked on
you
Devil May Cry.
as soon as the trailer hit. I was like, "Oh my god, Mike is
This
gonna
is
be
Mike.
losing his mind over this."
I
Because
was like, shut up, dude.
yeah,
Ah, danger.
but there, dude, there were a bunch of bangers. The surprise. My God, a lot of lag happening right now. Oh, that
Oh man,
my
we're in the future.
Gmail is up or something. No, my Gmail started tweaking out. At any rate, Turok, dude, I was
They're
like,
bringing back Turok. They're bringing back
we're
Turok.
going back to 2000 early video games. That's what it looked like. It looked like someone was like, yo, here's what we're going to do. You see all those things that made Game Award of the Year like in 2000, 2001,
Running those back.
2002? We're going to
Running those
just
back.
do that.
They're bringing back
Do that.
Onimusha, dog. Onimusha. They're bringing back Onimusha, bro. What?
Ninja Gaiden's coming back, bro.
Ninja Gaiden is getting a brand new game, a brand new
Like a
like a 2D
full
game,
game.
full game, bro. Virtual Fighter 4, dog. Fighting games.
I
Virtual
was
Fighter is
stoked when I
back,
saw
bro.
that. I
It hasn't been a Virtual Fighter game in like 15 years, bro.
I have to tell you, like watching this awards, it is, and I watch the Game Awards every year, or watch the premieres every year. This has got to be the best year I have seen in like a
Not yet,
decade of games coming
dude.
out.
Clyde from Final Fantasy 15, 16 is going to be in Tekken. Final Fantasy character back in Tekken, bruh.
There you go.
Tekken.
There you go,
You know
man.
how I feel about Tekken, dog. I'm Toos, the Tekken
Yes,
Ultimate
dude.
Supreme Champion, dog. Oh my goodness. And you know what? It kind of feels like we're back, dude. It feels like we're finally shaking that, COVID pandemic kind of like slowdown of the entire industry, and we're kind of starting to get a little loosey goosey. People things that people have been working on is starting to come to fruition. I was feeling like we're feeling like I'm feeling like John Wick right now. We kind of back, bro.
I was thinking about you when I was watching the Game Awards because you've always just said that, with COVID, there's just such a lag. You know what I mean? And you look at just the pure dire state of like the video game industry and where it is, and just kind of the general, I don't want to call it negativity, but
Yeah,
bad
a
feelings
malaise, dude.
surrounding surrounding it. And then you see all these games coming and you're like, man, I just hope it's not too late. You know what I mean? I hope all of these studios get the money that they're looking for in some way, shape, or form. And a lot of folks haven't just jettisoned. It was like, yeah, your PlayStation 5, I don't want it. I'm sorry, it's too expensive, even though it's come down in price. Game Pass, you know what I mean? Get some of these on Game Pass, release, first day, Ninja Gaiden. On, like, get people playing some of these games and kind of bring the industry back, and hopefully get some of the jobs back. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it struck me as, damn, I hope it's not two
Too
years or
late.
a year too late, because they could have used Borderlands 4. Come on,
I
man.
haven't even gone there yet. You know that's
Come
my
on,
jam,
man.
bro. You know
Yeah.
Borderlands is my jam, bro. So, and Toots made a really good point, and I want to credit her this point. She said, "Oh, this show is just for us. It's for people in our generation. For these
Mm,
kids don't know what Ninja Gaiden is. Kids don't know what Onimusha is. There's a new Pac-Man game that looks
I did not
crazy,
see
dude.
that.
There's a new Pac-Man game that looks like Dark Souls. It's insane
What?
looking, dude. It's called like Black Corridor or something crazy like that. It is a secret Pac-Man game. It doesn't make any
No, I
sense.
I missed that one.
That shit is called like Obsidian Dungeon. It makes no sense, but it's Pac-Man. Bro, you have to look it up. It looks actual fire. But to say like kids don't play video games no more, bro. They're on their pads. They're not kids aren't playing these games. It's us. It's the gamers, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's that 25-45 market, who's buying these
Yeah, that's
systems.
true.
And so
Yeah.
I think what I think happened was I think we finally busted the bubble on games as a service, on
Oh, thank
gambling,
well,
on
Marvel Rivals, 10 million users, bro. 10 million players right now, going super strong.
super harm. But I mean, that had the damn whippersnappers. That had the sauce, though. They just sat and watched Overwatch rise and fall and made the science, Doug. That's all they did.
Have
They
you
just
played
stole
it?
the whole recipe. No, I need to play it. I need to download it
I
because part of that evil is that it's free. It's free
Yeah,
99, Doug.
yeah,
30
man.
characters. It's crack, Doug. It's waiting for you. It's that first sip. And you know me, I'm a Marvel guy, so I have Marvel snap tendencies. So the second they give me like a six skin, I'm automatically injecting money into that shit. And then I'm hooked. And then they got Mike. They got Mike G. I'm kind of scared to play it, because if I get hype and they give me something I like, I'm just gonna trick off, Doug.
I'm just not a battle royal guy. I was watching some streams. I almost downloaded it just to give it a go, and I decided not to because it's just not my real type of game in general. But at 10 million players, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out because apparently they got the secret sauce in there. I do want to give a shout out to a game that superhero workplace comedy, Dispatch.
Dispatch
That
looks
game
interesting.
that that game looks
Looks
awesome.
interesting.
I
Looks interesting.
also Thought of
Telltale.
you again. The art styles in a lot of these games, beautiful, beautiful,
It's
creative.
unconventional. It's colorful. It's vibrant. They're steering away from the military shooter grays and browns, dude. Like they're going for a completely different audience now. You know what I mean? And I love it. It's like,
Even that
uh,
Elder
th-
Scrolls game was kind of bright, wasn't it? That trailer
yeah,
that they did on
that
that, that was kind
that
of
that
bright
roguelike
compared.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Even that new game that Naughty Dog is doing, Galactic, very
Mm,
bright reds, very bright blues. It looks very dynamic. You know what I'm
walking
saying? So
advertisement.
that's why, and the award goes to marketing. I was like,
That's
oh,
why.
and the award goes to bro. And it's like that. I was like, okay, we have it's a Porsche. First of all, it's so blatant. It was like a Porsche spaceship, and she had Adidas on in the year 8,000, dog. And you know what I'm saying? It's just so blatant, dog. You know, it's like it was like Death Stranding with the monsters. You know how every 5 seconds you have to drink a Monster energy drink. You know what I'm saying? It's tacky, dog.
Yes. It
It's very
it
tacky.
I want to say that it felt like a commercial so much that I did not want to play it or get the vibe that they were trying to give me
You
because
have to power through it, dog. You have to, to
the
fight through
Last
it.
of Us, blah blah blah, and you're like, oh, this is should be good, and then the first shot is literally the hard push on the Porsche ship, and you're like,
Porsche. Porsche.
what what what
What
am I
what
watching?
what is this? Is this like Gran Turismo 8 trillion, dog? Like
It
what are we
yeah, dude,
watching, dog?
it just didn't it kind of ruined it for me a little bit, man. And you know
I
me, I'm a
feel it,
marketing
man.
guy, but yeah, no,
I
no,
feel
it
it.
was
It's
kind
just
of
a little
ridiculous.
heavy. A little
Uh,
okay, this is
Little,
inject money. Just inject the money right into it, dog. You know? And what's sad is it's probably just gonna be a first person experience. It's gonna be a one player experience, dog. If and all this money, it's Death Stranding, dude. I'm just saying. It's drink this monster to gain energy, and it's just a monster energy drink in the year 8,000. Like, not even try to make it look cool. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know. I don't. Do we even know what that game is about? Bounty
No,
hunter going to like to look for a dad. That's what I kind of
I
thought.
s-
Those
I
was the
salute
vibe I got.
games that aren't just a concept art. It's moving concept art. Is pretty much what it is. There's no gameplay. You don't really get a vibe for even Witcher. My beloved Witcher. I don't know what that gameplay looks like. I don't know what the world is going to look like. It's going to be very ghost. I hope it has the fidelity of Ghost of Tsushima. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like Ghost of Tsushima in like Horizon Zero Dawn are kind of like my graphics barometers. Like this is what next gen looks like at running at
Ghost of
60.
Tsushima is beautiful.
Like seeing Ghost of Tsushima running at 120 frames is sex. Dog. This shit is
It is
it's
beautiful.
ridiculous. But
Literally candy
Horizon
for your eyes.
it's like, okay, you get yourself an OLED, you get yourself, you know what I'm saying? And you just let this and you show this to your friends. This is video games now. What the fuck? You know? Is what you know, and they just get a nosebleed. Dog. Oh, what the fuck? They just passed out.
Like you transport back to 1988. Some kids playing his
Yeah.
Game Boy. You're like
you know,
the
you're the
Power
game.
Glove. Like,
And I just spelt my name, Thrill House. you know, you're in the back of your chair, like you
like
know.
for sure, for
That's what
sure.
that's where we're at now, dog. You know, and certain there's not many games try to do that anymore. You know, like we're gonna make this the most highly, and some games do it so much it just doesn't look good. You know, it's like it has to have an art style, like you mentioned. It has to have an art style. It can't just be we're trying to copy reality because it's just because the uncanny valley just kicks you right in the throat every single
Yeah.
time. You have to have like a kind of otherworldly art style to it
Oh,
to make it look good.
that that's what I was gonna say is when you bring up The Witcher 4, and you're gonna know this better than I am because I didn't play video games at this stage because I was busy trying to survive in LA. But
Dead ass. Dead ass.
uh, by the way, I failed. I'm in Wisconsin, folks. At
That's all.
any
You
rate,
didn't fail.
moving on.
You lived in LA
Um,
for like 20 years, dog.
like
You
12, 13. It was all right.
you survived,
Um,
dog. You did it. Don't take that away
When The
from me.
Witcher 3 came out, was Dark Souls out yet? Because I have a
I'm gonna
feeling Witcher 4 is going to
say
be hard as hell.
I think Witcher has a history of being kind of easy. They're not really difficult games. Once the thing you're gonna fight more than any ghost or goblin is the damn control scheme. You're gonna fight the game itself more than you're gonna fight the monsters, dog.
Well, I'm hoping they fix the controls because the angles, like, just fix the circle so it's like a full 360 like movement
Like I
character
said,
versus like.
wait 6 years, wait
Well,
5 years,
you go
and
play
it'll be
Witcher 3, it's
fine,
still
dog.
broken. I've tried to pick it up a couple of
Nah,
times. It's
man,
still it's still a broken
you
control
get used
scheme,
to it,
man.
dog. You
No,
get
you
used to it,
don't. I
dog,
I put in good 20 hours and it's just like I'm
bruh.
done. It's over. And
I
this stupid
100% at
horse,
that game, dog. You just gotta
damn,
you learn to, and that's saying something. I
damn,
100 Wild Hunt, all the DLCs, dog. I am a CD Project boy.
damn.
So when I saw this, I got excited and then I got sad because it's like I can't play this when it comes out. I know how this goes. We've done this dance every single time, dude. I gotta chill. You gotta just let it, you know what I'm saying? Let it cook because they just put this shit out, dog. They don't care.
Well, definitely not like I'm gonna play it on my PC because that ain't gonna happen if it
Yeah,
even
you
comes out for PC.
I don't think you know what I'm saying? I don't think Bill Gates is gonna be able to run that thing at any kind of efficiency, dog.
Can we
You know what I
talk about
mean?
missing trailers for a moment since we have a couple of moments
Yeah.
left?
Yeah, let's
Uh,
talk about them. What's the let's do it like this. What's a missing trailer that you were surprised you didn't see?
where's Grand Theft Auto 6 after giving us some shots? Damn, almost a year ago, and no one held a
It's
gun to
still
your head to
it's
do
still
any
in
of that.
it's still in the oven. You know, they didn't want to put that out. That got leaked, bro.
Oh, it did get
And
leaked.
they just
That's
forced it out.
right.
They
You're
didn't want to put that
right.
out. It got turbo leaked.
Okay, my mistake. Yeah, that's
No,
right.
man.
That did
But
get
you're
leaked,
right.
and then they were like, "Okay, here you go."
Here you go. F it. Here you go.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
here you go. Oh well.
Before it just gets ruined, fucking online before you even launch the damn game. You know what I mean?
Watching it on a potato and bad. Here's a 4K beautiful. If we're gonna show this thing, let's show it right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Here you go. Here,
Valid.
damn. You know what I'm saying? Um, there were whispers we were seeing Half-Life 3. That was gonna be the show. That was gonna be the showbuster. The mythical, the the shadow facts of the
Fucking
gaming industry.
unicorn,
The
bro. Like
unicorn,
what?
dog.
It's like
The Half-Life 3 was whispered to be at the show, but where the fuck was that?
there's a finished product. A finished
It doesn't
product. What?
exist. It's a fever dream, dog. By Gabe
I heard
Newell.
three
It's a game.
people died to make it. Like,
I
come
heard they had to sacrifice a family for that game. They still didn't put it out.
on. No.
Wasted,
Oh,
stolen
yeah.
valor.
It's in the
No, man,
archives. You
it's in
can't
the
see it.
archive. Yeah, it's like it's the funniest thing. It's like Prince. It's like Prince's vault where he has like 17,000 albums, but he'll never really. The family will never
It,
release them.
same
Just
thing.
music on top of music on top of music that we'll never hear. Yeah, there's a finished gold copy of Half-Life 3 that's just in there, ready to rock and roll. But Steam makes way too much money, so F it. Why even
Yeah,
bother?
no,
We'd lose money trying to promote Half-Life 3 versus focus on Steam, which makes
no.
billions a day, you know?
Or they were just gonna save it until we're a dying dead company on our last leg, and it's like
Just an
ah.
emaciated corpse. It will it will breathe out of us in our last moment, Doug. You know?
I am glad you said that because I would like to touch on one more trailer from this week.
Do it.
God bless 28 years later.
That is the
God
funniest trailer.
bless
That is the
28 years
funniest
later, man.
trailer ever, dude. What are we doing, Doug? That shit was shot on an iPhone. Looks
I
godlike, dude.
can't wait
Looks
to
godlike,
see that
dude.
freaking movie. In fact, I
Bro.
almost went back and watched the first two. Almost immediately, I almost went back and watched first two. I'm like, no, just wait. We'll do the
Did you hear that's
trifecta.
going straight to digital? It's not going to
No,
theaters?
what?
I'm hearing that's what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean,
It
I
seems like it's
guess.
on the super cheap, dude. It's on the super cheap. That's what I'm hearing. Like
I
this is the
guess.
little movie that could. Like I heard, like it was like hell, they fought tooth and nail to get this movie out.
To get it
They,
made, get
they
it
get it
out.
made and just get it out. You know?
They have been trying to make this movie for like 2 fucking decades, so,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. Script after script after script. Nobody was happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear that rumor that Cillian Murphy is that one leaning zombie that you
It
see for a split
looks
second?
like him.
Looks just like him from like
Like, it looked when I was like, that was my mind was blown. I was like, "Oh,
like, oh
shit, this is
shit, he's
awesome."
making his covenant return, dog. You know, like I can't
So
wait,
good.
dog. I love a good zombie movie, bro. Like that's definitely gonna be an MOTN reviews. We gotta tear into that movie and just really enjoy it, man. One last thing
So
I'll
good.
say about the Game Awards and about missing trailers. Where's Marvel vs. Capcom 4?
Ooh.
Where's Marvel vs. Capcom 4? Darth Vader. Where is Marvel vs. Capcom 4? He doesn't know. But it goes back to we would lose money making Marvel vs. Capcom 4 and Marvel Snap is bringing in $1 million a month. It's like
Marvel Snap is bringing in $1 million a month?
you don't know? That game is printing money,
Alright.
dude.
Alright, I did look, I was playing on stream, someone's like, "No one plays Marvel Snap anymore."
Well,
I
there's a
was
thing
like,
going on.
"Oh,
It's called Pokemon Pocket or whatever it's called. And that's the
oh,
new hotness. But
oh,
maybe
okay,
so the new hotness always takes over the old hotness. You know what I'm
okay."
saying? But then again, why would they make Marvel's Capcom 4 when Marvel Rivals is going crazy right now?
That's true, but they announced Marvel vs. Capcom 4, what? There was
No,
18 month
we just got a collection of Marvel vs. Capcom like 2 months ago.
That's what I was thinking of.
They brought
Okay,
back
that's what I was
two
thinking
after
of.
like 20 years. They brought back two, and that
The
sold like
collection.
gangbusters. You know what I mean? I I bought like two copies of it. Support Marvel versus Capcom. Just buy the shit. Yeah, I bought like two copies of it, dude.
They
You know,
need more money.
Pokemon Pocket sounds illegal, dude. Yeah, I got these Pokemon. Dude. I got these Pokemon. You want
Back
a Charizard?
alley Pokemon, man.
He opens up his coat. And it's just Pokeballs, dog. I got this Charizard. It's Charizard. It's a hot Charizard. Would you buy a Charizard off somebody, dog? That
I
kind of
mean,
smell
I
like ganja, dog. Would you buy a Pokemon off a ganja man?
I've
Yep.
sold one.
I've sold a Pokemon before. That shit, cash, dog. I sold
Cash.
the cash, dog. Got
Yeah,
my
man.
money's worth. But yeah, I think the Game Awards was one, like you said, one of the best in years. They really came up with some heaters. When we will see these games, God only knows.
Damn it, Mike. Again, I was thinking of you, and I'm like, I bet you Mike says, yeah, those games aren't coming out till 2027, bro. Just calm
No,
down.
just yeah, our kids are gonna be playing these shits, dog. Like some of these games you're just not gonna see, dog. Like Witcher 4, I don't even think they had a date, bro. Like the Witcher 4 is
No,
coming out when it's out, dog. You know, but some of them had 2025, some had 2027. Well, there was like one game that said 2077. Like, okay, like, we're just gonna hold our breath for that shit.
that's not
But
it.
out of control, dude. We're about to hit our hour mark, B. What do you always like to end these with what are you looking forward to for the week, dog?
Dude, I mean, I think I got a cornucopia of stuff to take part in. Marvel Rivals, Creature
Yep,
Commando,
yep.
uh uh there's another game. Oh, didn't even touch Indiana Jones yet.
Have
Like
you
you know
touched
what
that? Have you played
I've
that? Just real
I
quick.
I've been looking at it. No, I plan on putting it
It's
in,
free.
testing it out.
It's it's free on Game
Yeah.
Pass. Uh, I didn't know Senua's Sacrifice 2 came out.
Oh
Senua's
yeah.
Sacrifice, Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
I need
Oh
to play
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it
I didn't
came
know it
out
was out.
90
Like
days
month,
ago.
yeah.
No, a year,
Gotta play that
6 months ago,
bullshit.
4 months
Yeah,
ago.
like 6.
Yeah.
I had no idea. They marketed that horribly. Yeah, like I watched a show called A Day of the Jackal. It's Jackal, based off the old movie on
Oh yeah.
Peacock. Really good show. It has it has Spectrum's mom from Captain Marvel. I forget the actress's name. She plays like one of the main characters.
Oh,
Really good.
yeah.
I'm like Mashala something. I can't remember her name. But I'm really into spy stuff now. So I'm just like really into spy espionage. So just finished that. It's a Jackal. Jackal.
You
Um,
done any Jack Reacher Amazon?
yeah, I'm waiting for season 3. I'm waiting for season
Okay.
3. Reacher. I watched Cross, dude. Cross was really good on Amazon. I'm watching the show called The Agency with Magneto from First Class. It's another espionage show. It's really good. It has Commissioner Gordon from The Batman. Dog. I don't know any of these men's real these actors' real names. I just know their characters. That's sad. All right, wrapping things up. What I'm looking forward to for my week. Um, Brian kind of nailed it. I'm looking forward to more Creature Commandos. I'm looking forward to watching some more Skeleton Crew. Definitely looking forward to more Agency.
It's not
Looking
even
forward
over
to playing some
with.
more 76. I need to do stuff in 76. We got to link up in 76. We got to go on some missions, bro. We have to figure
Yeah,
out how to
we
do that
we
and jump on
we
the
need
mic.
to do that, and we could probably do rivals as well. I was thinking about maybe
Yeah,
hopping on tomorrow, but I don't know.
I
We'll
still got
we'll
to
see
download
what
it, so
happens.
we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, I
I'll
got the
piggyback
Mace
off your
Windu book.
stream. Oh, the Mace Windu book, yeah.
Yeah, but just came in, bro. We're about to hit that up in less than 3 minutes. In fact, we're over. So, few
Yeah.
guys here. Da, 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 yeah,
All right,
Star Wars
just real quick.
audiobook.
What's coming up on the channel, bro? First of all, shout outs to um, GemWorks Fest. Me and Toots were up there this past weekend. Had a blast. Shout outs to Tech. Shout outs to Joe Mama. Shout out to them just treating me like family. I was the newbie, Doug. I had the V on my head walking into Rocky Horror, and they showed me a good time, Doug. A lot of fun, a lot of festivities. Shout outs to Compton Mania. Shout out to Deshaun Showtime Watkins. Just putting on a great wrestling show if you're into wrestling. It was an amazing experience. I can't wait to do it again. So just first of
WWE
all,
Saturday Night Main Event coming back. Looking forward to that.
wrestling.
Jesse the Body Ventura on the mic. I'm looking forward to that. I will be there.
I will be there or be square. No episode this week. This is our free week, so we're just going back to MOTN um MOTN live, of course, Friday nights at 6. And I'm not sure what the next bit of content will be, but I will give a hint. We have some things in the fire. MOTN After Dark is coming up. We're working on that. MOTN First Taste is coming up. Maybe one night we'll have an MOTN First Taste After Dark. I don't know what that'll be. Maybe it'll be a little
Eh,
mix.
I mean, I'm a
A little
little
yum
scared to
yum.
go after dark with y'all. I got to be
Nah,
honest
man.
with you. I'm
Hey,
from Wisconsin.
we'll
Been
hold your
two
hand,
county
dog. Don't
fairs
worry,
and a
dog.
rodeo, but.
Hey, the safe word is papaya, dog. We got you, dog. We got you. The safe word. The safe word
I
is
like put I like pina coladas.
I like pina coladas. That's not a papaya, my man. That's not a papaya. Game on. I think on that note, we can close out this episode. Thank you for everybody stopping by. Thank you, Toots, for holding down the chat. Thank you, Tony, for coming through. Man, just thank everybody for coming through and watching this in the future. We are MLTN, and we thank you for your time. And let's just call it MLTN out.